Alright, this is in response to racial profiling, stereotyping, and racism. I've been going on a lot of these boards responding to racial profiling. And one of the things that I want to point out to people is that it seems to me that non-whites are having the issue of racial profiling. And they're calling it absolutely in every term racist. I'm not going to say all non-whites, but many non-whites, and many of them are anti-racist. I happen to be myself anti-racist, but I also believe in looking at things practically. I want to destroy one myth. I want to destroy it right now. White males are racially profiled, and they're gender profiled too. I mean, men are profiled, okay? Men commit, in general, men commit far more murders than women. Men commit far more violent crimes than women. So the police profile men, okay? And they do also profile white men. They profile black men, and they profile Hispanic men, and they profile Arab men. Okay, let me give you this instance. If a black man is hung in a predominantly white suburb on a rope, a noose, which is called historically a noose, they call it a noose, the police are going to suspect that that is a hate crime. And the profile for a hate crime with a black guy being lynched, hung by a noose, is a white male. So if there's a KKK or a neo-Nazi organization in that neighborhood, they're going to get surveillance. And yes, I understand some white nationalists feel that's unfair, feel that's unfair, or feel that that's unreasonable, but they're the same white nationalists that defend racial profiling of blacks. I mean, you just gotta be real here. I mean, white nationalists, many white nationalists are neo-Nazis, some KKK members, so any form of white nationalist, whether it be the KKK, the Alliance, even peaceful white nationalists, are going to get racially profiled, without a doubt. If in London the IRA wrote a written threat, that they were going to bomb the Parliament, okay, and they continuously write this, threatening letter, okay, the police are going to racially profile a white Irish person. That is a stereotype. Yes, whites get stereotyped too. I mean, I hate to break it to people, but white people get stereotyped too. A white Irish male will be racially profiled. In the DC sniper case, the reason why everybody was shocked, or the police were shocked, that the people who committed those atrocities were black, is because mostly white people commit serial murders involving guns, killing 10 people for no observed reason or no recognized reason. Okay? Those police were searching white suspects. Yes, they might look at a black, they'll search everybody, but the people who they're going to ask the serious questions to are going to fit that white stereotype. White male, suburb, military, on edge, quiet. Yes, that's a stereotype. Okay? So, in all these examples I have given, white males have been the racial stereotype, racial profile. So, if I'm a white male, if I'm possibly a white male, I'm not a white male, I could look at that and see this as a double standard. When non-whites get racially profiled about crimes that, could involve disproportionate or a lot or generally people of that race to commit those crimes, it's racist. But white males have been racially profiled constantly. I mean, I don't have to look, I'm not a Jared Taylor, I'm not a neocon. I'm just a person that just sees the facts. I can understand that, minorities are a small group, they're not the ruling class. Yes, I understand that. They're not the ruling class, they don't make up a large mass of people. Obviously, whites still make up 80%, but it's still a double standard. It still doesn't erase it being a double standard, okay? I understand why non-whites are like that, but it's still, if I'm white, I'm still, that's fucking bullshit. That's how I'm looking at it, okay? Because, you can't sit there and say every non-white gets racially profiled as racist, but white males get racially profiled as true. Well, that's bullshit. Again, and another thing I wanted to make sure everybody understands, that does not mean institutional racism in the justice system does not exist. I do believe that institutional racism in the justice system still exists, and I will explain that. I mean, there's not, that's the problem that we're having as anti-racist, and people who are who believe that anti-racists are a bunch of ultra liberals, or that they want to kill whitey or always blame whitey. We've got these two views who do not see, not necessarily a middle view, but do not see how both views in certain situations are right. Because I'm going to tell you, in general, it's not an exception. White males get generally racially profiled for certain crimes. Not, white collar crime, I'm sure it's going to probably be a white man. I'm sorry. So we got, as an anti-racist, we have to, being anti-racist doesn't mean every double standard that is pointed out or is not pointed out, we just ignore or think it's not a big deal. Okay? So that's all I got to say about that. Thanks.